Alright, so it's been some time since I have done any anime stuff, and today I decided let's just take a device, watch some anime, like something that I haven't seen last season, and that was ReZero season 2, as the title says, because I did not watch ReZero when it was airing. I decided I will watch it after it's done airing because a single episode was about 30 minutes long. Like, yeah, not like 20 minutes, it was about 30 minutes. So I was like, nah, not happening. So I sat there, I just completed. It's like 3 right now in the morning. I completed it right now. I started like at what, 8 9 at night, something around that point, like something around that point. And now it's 3, almost 3 a.m., and I'm done finally watching ReZero season 2. So yeah, it's been some time since I was invested a lot in anime, and in all honesty, okay, I'm gonna say this straight away. Compared to season 1, I already like season 2 a lot. Now I say this because after watching season 1, I've I watched season 1 few months ago when ReZero's second season was announced, but it was delayed. So that's when I watched ReZero season 1 because I wanted to catch up with all the ReZero stuff and why everybody loves ReZero. I wanted to see it, and personally, I just didn't find ReZero season 1 special. Just saying, like, in all honesty, I didn't find it that special. Yeah, it had a very interesting premise, just like Groundhog Days and everything. Like, guy dies over and over again and tries to repeat his whole mistakes and try to improvise on his mistakes and everything. So that premise sounded interesting. There were moments where I just felt like, yeah, this is pretty good, but I did not feel like, yeah, it's special and everything. And I still say that I don't know why everybody was simping over RAM because I did not see any development until that point, that certain episode where I found RAM to be actually useful. But I'm not here to talk about season 1, okay? And I'm gonna get a lot of trashing for saying that, but I don't care. I'm gonna I'm gonna put my opinion out there, all right? So, yeah. Other than that, I was watching season 2 today, and I just felt like, wow, the improvisation they did from season 1 to season 2 was just amazing to watch. Like, no joke, season 2 was already 100 times better than season 1 for me. I just felt like season 1 was just like setup. Like I said for my Danmachi video as a light novel reader for Danmachi, I said how the first two seasons were set up for the season, like the new season and everything. Just like that, I felt like ReZero season 1 was just a setup to get season 2 underway. Like season 1 was just like this small stepping stone towards the big things and everything, and the whole arc isn't even completed in all honesty because they are still in that same place. And I don't know how many volumes have been adapted. Is it one volume, two? I don't know. Like, I don't know how many volumes have been adapted. Normally it's 3 volumes that are adapted in minimum, and max to max, like you could say 6 volumes or something that are adapted. But I don't know how many volumes were adapted for season 2 of ReZero. But I do know that the season 2 of ReZero, this one, the arc I was watching, I just felt like this arc was super long, and yet in this 13 episodes, even our like after it's still in the same place. Like, it's still in that forest where they're stuck. Like, they're still going through the trials and everything, and even at the last episode it's not completed yet. I feel like that whole setup is great for season 3 whenever it arrives, because I'm waiting for season 3. This is like, I got excited because the season 2 was just good, like straight up good. Compared to season 1, it was much better season that I just watched, and I was just like, wow, that actually was pretty good. No joke. One of the things that I personally liked about this season was, I personally felt like Subaru as a character improved a lot in this season. I just felt like that because I felt like, yeah, season 1, his character wasn't that special for me. It just felt like his character was kind of a super simp kind of character who just screwed up everything. That's what I felt when I was watching season 1. Not even joking, like that's the character I had. But in season 2, his character was much more improvised compared to what I saw throughout the whole season one. I felt like the lessons he learned were uh, it were helpful. Like the lessons he learned in season one were helpful to go into season two, and he improvised with that. He's still kind of this character. I feel like this is something that I saw throughout this. Like I like in the final episode right now I was watching. Since I have the final episodes in my mind like fit right now because I just watched it like 5 to 10 minutes ago. Whenever this video just hit recording right after I was done this watching this season two, but I felt like where even the final episode, I felt like that's one part of character which he hasn't improved at all, the resolve part, and I feel like that's that's one thing that he's lacking. Other than that, I've seen his character improvise a lot. Like he has definitely improvised a lot, but the one thing he's lacking a lot that I saw in throughout this season two was resolve, and I want to see that, especially with the ending they gave us with the season two ending. I want to see how this resolve of his goes through in season three. Now, this season, this whole season was fully uh, filled with despair and everything. I felt like this was much more darker than season one because one of the things about this season was one of the scenes really got me off guard was when Subaru came back from like when Beatrice Subaru and uh, what's the name? Yeah, Beatrice Subaru, right? Beatrice Subaru tries to save Beatrice and everything. Yeah, right. That was the scene, right? Yep. So Beatrice basically tries to Subaru tries to save Beatrice. Beatrice wants to die and everything. Like she has been waiting for 400 years or something for her like contract to be over and everything. She has been waiting for it, and Echida the witch. I think so. Her name is Echida. I think so. That's her name. But the witch, she was she has bounded the contract and everything, and it's been agonizing her and everything. And after that scene, like after saving her, after saving Beatrice and everything, there's this certain scene where Amelia like is suddenly just so much more uh, darker and everything. Like she has like lost hope and everything, and she can't stay out there without Subaru and everything. Like that whole scene, and in the end, we just see this whole thing like Subaru, like the guy, the one Roswell, like how he knew about. All the things that Subaru has done up till now, even the reverse death thing, he knew all of that stuff, and how he was talking about Subaru being like this like just like him, like simping over somebody and being the guy and everything, who sims over everything, who sacrificed a lot of things to get to that point. uh, that scene actually was quite a scene, and that actually was the one scene that caught me off guard in this anime because the ending scene was kinda knew it was coming since it was kind of showing it off since that scene and everything. Like I felt like since I saw that certain scene, I had my doubts like something like this was coming. Like I understand, like, oh, I've sent them assassins to the mansion and everything. I got that whole premise of how like that scene has come to be because of course he has the book, he is going to do whatever the book says. So yeah, that whole scene was kind of surprising. Another scene in this season that really attracted me to watch this season, just like keep on continuing watching each episode, because even after I watched the first episode, in all honesty, when I watched the first episode, it didn't get me that excited until I watched the episode. I think so. It was the third episode. I think so. When I watched the third episode, when Subaru finally goes to a real life world and everything, and we see how like this, it's an illusion world created by Echida. There we go, Echida. Like this illusion world that she has created and everything, and you see Subaru just go like talk to his father, talk to his mother, get out of his shell and everything, and just see that whole episode was the best episode I've seen in ReZero, in all honesty, for me, because it's such a touching scene, because I have seen this man's journey since season one, and finally the backstory is there. We get to know the who this guy is, like where he comes from, what are his problems and everything. Like we see who his father is, who his mother is, and everything. Like it's much more different. Like I've seen a lot of isekais, not gonna lie, but I haven't seen a lot of isekai which explore a certain character's backstory and everything. Like it's one of the things that I have not seen a lot in isekai. I just always see the same thing. Like this guy gets isekai'd. This guy comes to the real, like this isekai world or whatever. I don't know what he was in real life. I've never known what he used to do in real life. I don't know what he was relating to real life and everything. Like I never knew what it was. But when I saw this storyline of Subaru's, and I got attracted to it immediately, and I decided, yeah, I'm just going to keep on watching. And in all honesty, season 2 was much, much better than season 1. It, it grew much better. I think so. The animation was fine too. And there weren't many scenes where I would say that we saw like a Subaru cool moments, quote unquote, because there were some scenes in season one, but there were a lot of scenes that put Subaru into despair and everything. And I just felt like, oh, here we go again. I just felt like I felt like it became, at a point, I just felt like it became a little over. Like I just felt like it was overdone. Like his despair was shown like over and over, and I just started feeling like I don't want to watch it over and over again. Can I just continue on with the story and not watch his despair? Like not watch him die over and over again. I know the premise is there, okay, but I don't want to watch him die pretty much every episode after like the first 3 to 4 episodes. Like I don't want to watch that. Okay, so that's why I was just like, yeah, I think so. And there was this certain episode where he died like 2 or 3 times in that single episode. I don't remember which episode it was. I just like, yeah, I kind of am getting bored by it. Can we get progressed by the story, because that was the one boring part of the thing, because the way he was dying, and it's just like it's funny to me, because there's so many ways that you can kill this character off, like, and I think so that's one of the things that was funny to me in this anime, because it just was so many ways that I just saw this man die, like so many different ways. Like like one of the times he just got bitten by rabbits. Yeah, they're called great rabbits or whatever. It's one of the great three creatures or whatever, like the white whale from season one that the Sin of Slaughter created. Oh, Slot. Yeah. Wait, am I saying that right? I think so. I'm saying that right. But yeah. So like this is one of the things. No, it was the sin of gluttony. Sorry, the sin of gluttony is the one who created the three creatures. I'm sorry for a mistake. But sin of gluttony was the one who created the three creatures and everything, and it's one of the three great creatures. Technically speaking, Subaru says he was the one who defeated the White Whale. If I am correct, he wasn't the one who defeated the White Whale, right? Right? I'll let you know in the comments. It's been some time since I watched season one, and I'm seriously sorry if I get that wrong. But I'm pretty sure he wasn't the one who defeated the White Whale. I am pretty sure. But moving on, like and then the witches. Let's also talk about the witches, because that's one of the biggest topics of this season. Because we get a look at every witch. Of course, we get the most development for Echida. We don't know anything about Echida. Yes, I like that, because right now Echida as a witch, we know that certain things about her, like she's lied to Subaru and everything, and she has also taken away her authority that she had given to Subaru, the authority of greed that she had given to Subaru and everything. By the end of the season, we come to know about that. But there's this there is this whole planter of witches that are there, and the ending scene there was there that said that when we meet, like you have to kill me, the sin of envy says, and then Subaru is like, yeah, well, well, I'll save you. That's what the ending was like, and this is the thing about him. Like, this is what I don't like about him. Like, as a character, I find this one of the most annoying things about him, because he finds the resolve to do certain things, and then all of a sudden he just loses that resolve to do those certain things. And I personally feel like that's a little like, what are you doing? Like at one moment he's like, yeah, I'm gonna save them, and the next moment he's like, I don't know, I can't do that. Like, like I just felt like I feel pain when that happens. Like when you have the resolve to do it, why? It's painful, okay? It's kind of painful. But talking about witches, we get introduction to each witch out there. Like each of the witches out there, we get an introduction to everybody at least, and we know like all the seven witches now. And I am guessing each of the seven witches will get their own arc or something, because Echida got her own arc. I mean, I don't even know if this arc is completed or not yet. I just know that season 2 is completed. I don't read the light novel. I don't know whether this arc is completed or not. But, I just felt like season 2, Re Zero, it's pretty good. It was pretty good. Not gonna lie. I enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Each episode was quite enjoyable. Even though I got bored at certain points, because I was just like, can I stop? Can we just stop this? Like, can we just stop this man from dying for once? That's my impression when I was just watching a few episodes, and I was just like, I was just seeing him die over and over again, over and over again, and I'm just like, yeah, I kind of am getting, I'm not, no. That was me, like, that was me throughout it. But I felt like all around, if I had to talk about the story, about the characters, and how much they have developed, the world building, I felt like they have built, like they have explored a little more further than just this whole city. I forgot the kingdom's name, but they have built more they've built up to this a new world and everything now. And now they're like, this new place is going to be a huge deal up until the barrier, the trials are completed and the barrier breaks. So until up until that, this is a huge place and everything, like all for all the demi humans and everything. I felt like that that was pretty cool with the world building stuff and everything. Characters got a lot of. I felt like one of the character who got a lot of development in this certain season was Amelia, because she was lacking a lot of character in season one, and I felt like that improvised a lot in season two. Even though we don't know anything about the backstory, we don't know anything about what's going on with Puck and everything. Uh, we have seen that this was a much better, like Amelia from season one, much better Subaru from season one. We come into season two, like they're both much better than what they are supposed to be. And finally, but not the least, there was one scene I wanted to talk about that I totally forgot right now about. But I'm gonna talk it before I end the video, and that is where Subaru watches each of his past self like dying, and then you see this like continuing on. Like, I think so that was the second trial, where he was just watching his past self die, and then you see that what happens after his past self died in that past, in that certain world, like what happened. And I felt like that was another good context to Subaru's like whole character and everything. Like, it showed a lot, it showed a lot of things at that moment for me, and it was quite good, because personally I always thought in my mind what would happen if this guy died, like if this guy died out there in that world, and the world continued on, what would happen? And we just had the glimpse of how everything looked in that certain world, right? And that was pretty cool too. But yeah, man, I spoke 20 minutes without like having a break or anything like that. I actually feel accomplished for once. uh, anyways, that's about it that I have for today on my anime stuff. I feel like that was one of the series that I wanted to watch, but I was waiting for it to be completed because I wanted to watch it all together. That's what I did with ReZero season one, because I watched it like a year or two later after it came. I did watch it at the air date because I didn't feel like it was anything special, and I still see season one wasn't that special, but season two, it was much better, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. That's all I could say. Anyways, let me know what you think about season two of ReZero. Uh, well, you guys can trash me about for shitting on Ram and everything, because I still feel like she has not been that relevant for me. Just saying. Uh, and yeah, let me know what you think. Which character is your favorite after season two? Let me know about that, and let me know how many volumes were adapted in this season, because I would be curious. I'm really curious to know now, like how many volumes have been adapted. So if you are a light novel really like light novel reader or anything, let me know about that, because I would like to know about that. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, peace out.